Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's TPindell. Smash that like button, subscribe, that's already turn your notifications on. If you're new, welcome to the party. You know, grab something out of the kitchen. Just make sure you wash your hands before you open the refrigerator. Let's get into it. Arlette now, it's a follow-up.
Hello everyone and welcome back.
And we have Uche and Gabrielle. I don't remember.
Back to my channel. It's your host Arlette, and we are here today with Uche and Gabrielle. Welcome.
All right, damn boy, get that shit in your crib. You got my shit, man. DJ Easy. He got the little DJ wall joints. That's what all the cool people be putting on their wall. I got maybe put some stuff on my wall like this. I'm about to redecorate my office. Get this joint cranking. You feel me? Do it like that. Do it like it's my B-day, baby. Let's see who we got. Damn, she got that thick ass name. DJ Easy. DJ Easy. Let's see what he got cooking. Come on, man, play that. DJ Easy in the house. There it is. DJ Easy. There go DJ Easy Peasy. Let's see what he getting into today. He hosting. Where you hosting at? 401. What area code is 401? All right, boy, hosting. So come slide. Check him out. He DJ. He got them big ass shoes on. Rooftop vibes. Oh, no, it ain't a rooftop, is it? Boy, look like you about to try rail. Hey, boy, we going on water slides. Milanos with the beam of those. Designer. Let me show y'all I got some money. Let me show y'all I'm getting to the bag. He doing push-ups in the water. That boy just going above and beyond. Oh, not you throwing your hair back like you got long hair. Who added these water molecules right here, man? How the hell these water? You ain't got no. He wanted to put his hand in water and throw it back like the baddies. You think you mean somebody? All right, there go his Instagram. We're not gonna spend all day on here. We're gonna get to it. Gabrielle. Ooh, bless me, y'all. I'm so sorry. Gabriella. You got a long ass name. There you go, right here. Oh, that ain't it. Gabriellem Burton. Why that ain't pop up, man? If I'm halfway there, the rest need to pop up. She doing messages, writing long ass books. Already, so I don't want to get into it until we get into it. She on a podcast.
To become emotionally and spiritually healthy. Been in church my whole life, and honestly, as much as I love Christians, we can be some of the most emotionally unhealthy people.
Waverly 3.0. You know Christians gonna come up on here and be judgmental, talk about you crazy. Oh, okay, she had that red on. Okay, cool. Had that red on. Yeah, it's very aesthetically pleasing over here. This is like what all the girls are doing. You know what I'm saying? Set the camera up, walk to the camera. Oh my God, something really dramatic happening. You know, hit you with that. But let's get into it.
How are you guys feeling?
Good. Yeah.
I'm good.
Good. Yeah, I'm good as well. So we had the both of you on episode 43 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching.
Let's see.
Well, then, my final question, is it a yes for you for him?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it a yes for you for her?
Yes.
Hey, we got a match!
Yeah, them thick ass shoes on for the height cheat code.
I'll take the mic.
Appreciate you.
And you guys can go on up, make some noise for them, ladies.
Oh, I remember this joint with this top.
All right. So obviously, you know, there were lots of comments.
Arlette, what you got on? A homie don't play that shirt? You got on a clown shirt?
You know, about the both of
Theme
you
park shirt?
on your episode. So Gabrielle, we'll start with you. There was a trend that everyone just kept commenting, and they were like, a single marriage and family therapist, like, how does that work?
Yeah.
What were you like? What were your thoughts when you were seeing those comments come up so often?
Oh my gosh. Okay. First of all, marriage and family therapists need love too. Okay. And, I have actually never been married, which means I've also never been divorced. So I might be doing something right. Um, But what I will say when it comes to marriage and family therapy, I really am just more of an emotional translator. So I'm just helping people have conversations as to how their behavior is making someone else feel. So it doesn't necessarily mean that like I have to be married in order to be able to help people have healthy communication. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Y'all heard it from her. Leave her alone.
I agree, though. There's a lot of people out here with these relationship podcasts. A lot of women out here. Where to find a man at? Why you can't keep a man? Don't let him do this to you. They single as hell. A lot of men out here. Oh yeah, I'm an alpha man. I'm gonna do this. This is what you need to do to get the girl. This is what you need. They single as hell. A lot of single people talking about what you need to do in a relationship. Shut up.
That's it.
That makes sense.
And now, Uche, so one of your reasons for popping on some of the ladies was tattoos, but then you kept saying, oh, but it's not
Right.
a deal breaker, but I had to pick something. So which one was it? Because we were all confused. Like, do you not like tattoos? Do you
So,
like them?
I mean, I think there's a way to get tattoos, like in a like kind of wear them in like a
Okay.
feminine way. But that's the thing. Like, I kind of just like the whole thing for me was like about stepping out
Hmm.
my comfort zone. So as I was kind of going through, and then the thing is, everybody's nervous, has like different nervous reactions. So I was pretty nervous. Some people like think I wasn't nervous, but people that know me know I was pretty
Hmm.
nervous out there. So, well, the first thing that came to my head was okay, like tattoo, and I had my reason already in my head. So I figured, okay, let me just pop this, like and from the angle I was standing on, it kind of looked like she had more tattoos than she
Okay.
really had. Cause I saw her right forearm and then like the left kind of like her bicep. So I kind of thought from the angle I had, it kind of looked like her right arm might have went all the way up. So yeah, I don't know. And I definitely have two tattoos myself, but I don't know. I guess that's a double standard. So a little bit, I guess, of mine too.
Okay. So I guess for you is more so the placement of the tattoo on a woman. Is that what you mean?
Placement, the size, what the tattoo
Okay.
is, you know what I mean? So that's kind of more, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up.
Like for a while, I only had a tattoo solely
Uh-huh.
on my chest. So like a lot of people wouldn't know I had a tattoo, and I could go to certain professional environments and not have to show my tattoo. So
Okay, I see. So you're more so like if as
yeah.
long as you're able to like kind of conceal it, that's okay with you with the tattoo situation?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of prejudge. It really just depends because, like I said, those like honestly, none of the girls had any tattoos.
It depends on if he like you or not. If he really like you, he can get over that tattoo if it's on your arm. I don't know. Them chest tattoos be on a little bit diabolical. Chest tattoos be a little diabolical. And fellas, anytime you see a feather on a young lady, if you see that feather on her, 9 times out of 10, that's a cover up of somebody's name. So another ninja name already been transmitted and stamped on her body. You could put 12 feathers over top of it, but he's still on there, baby girl.
Tattoos for me that was like
They'll
I
put a
wouldn't be able
feather
to
over your
like
ass quick.
Yeah,
look
yeah.
past. So
Okay.
I just kind of went off something, and that's kind of what I went off. But
Okay.
yeah, and I don't know what it is, but guys, I hear that a lot from guys. Like for whatever reason, they don't really like a lot of tattoos on women. But
Yeah. No, it's not the first time I've heard it, so I was like just wanted to get a little more clarification cuz you were kind of like on both ends
yeah,
like, "Okay, what's he really telling us?"
Oh,
because yeah, it's just the first thing that popped in my head, and that's kind of I was kind of just like it's low key like an outer body experience. You know what I mean? You gotta just like you don't really know how you're gonna react because you don't know what you're walking out to.
Yeah.
So it was the first thing that came to my head, and I'm just like pop. Then after I'm like, yo, why did you really pop it? I'm like, you really didn't have a reason to pop it. Because you even girls I've dated, I'm sure are going to be like, you've
Girls
dated,
with tats.
I have more
Yeah.
tattoos than you've dated me. So yeah. And then I guess it was like a little bit stepping out my comfort zone. So I guess that's me trying something different too. Like, let me stay
I know,
away from these
right?
things that I'm typically used to.
And then Gabrielle, were you nervous as well? So Uche mentioned it's a lot of nerves while you're up there. How about for yourself?
Yeah, I was really nervous and like I didn't show like a whole lot of personality. I didn't really like keep the conversation going. I'm just like, okay. And I look back and I was like, oh, there's some cringe moments, you know, but
Oh,
yeah,
no.
definitely nerve wracking, especially when Uche came out. So yeah.
Well, then let's go ahead and dive right into what we're here for then. So, since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay. When was the first date? Where'd you guys go?
we gotta see when this is. They might have filmed this right before Christmas. We don't know how they be holding on to the shits.
Right after filming, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where'd you guys go?
There was a Mexican restaurant. I forget the name of it. I think it was like Ajo Al's, I think. Yeah, so I love that place. My friend always takes me there. So yeah, we went there. The food was really good.
And how was it with the two of you? Like, how was the conversation? Was it flowing? Was it awkward? Like, how was everything?
Uche, do you wanna take it?
Damn.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't matter who. I guess who starts, but
Go ahead, Uche. Go
I
ahead.
guess
Go
I
ahead.
mean it got to a point. So I mean, it got to a point as the day kind of continued where I felt like it was
Oh,
getting a little
no.
awkward, or like the chemistry might not
Okay.
have been there. So yeah, there were just certain things, but I mean, we both have different perspectives. I feel like of we may have different perspectives of how our experiences. So I don't know. That's why I don't know who should go
I
first.
mean,
But
I'm down to hear you. I mean, here's the thing. We did talk about it on the date. That is one thing that I am grateful for. There were a couple things that Uche did say that was not the greatest. That kind of, I don't know, put me in kind of a weird headspace, I guess. And
Like?
Uche did share that I could say this, but so right after we matched, I wanted to, get out of there. And, I was like, hey, like, you want to get out of here and go eat and things like that. And he had expressed, yeah, like we can, but then I could tell that he wasn't like really trying to leave. And I could tell that there was something that was keeping him there.
Damn.
And he eventually said, well, no offense, but I really connected with the guys when we were in the
bruh,
These dudes might like men, bruh. They might like men, bruh. If I got a match and my match say, let's get out of here, I'm not gonna say, but I'm kind of having fun with the boys. I get it, but god dang, bro, you there to find a match and find love. You found a match. Now you got fear of missing out because all the broskies about to hang together. And this is exactly what B&B talking about, bro. They prioritize, and girls do it vice versa. Let's hang out with the girls. Find you a match, man. Find you a match. Y'all ass gonna be old and single sitting around like waiting to exhale. Get you a match and get out of there. You wanna be sitting around with the fellas. Damn, you stood up next to them dudes for 2 hours. Now you wanna hang with the boys. You ain't know none of these ninjas. You stood next to them for 3 hours in a lineup. Like y'all committed a crime and shit. Hey, any of these people look familiar? Now y'all BFFs and you want to spend some more time over with them than a lady. Man, hell no.
And he eventually said, well, no offense, but I really connected with the guys when we were in the back.
Look at Arlette face.
He eventually said, well, no offense, but I really connected with the guys when we were in the
Watch this.
back.
Like, what the hell? What the hell, guys?
And I really wanted to, connect with the boys a little more. And I was like,
He had fun fraternizing. Man, these dudes is different, man. Look, man, fellas, I rock with y'all boys, but I got me a beautiful tenderoni that's waiting on me, man. That wants to hang out and smile in front of my face. She looked like hell. She looked like she smelled good. Y'all know how I feel about big foreheads. I'm part of the big forehead community. You know what I mean? I love a big forehead, but he want to chill with the broskies.
I mean, I guess, so that kind of threw me off for a little bit because this is not Pop the Balloon and Find Friends. It's Pop the Balloon and
Say it
Find
again,
Love.
Gabrielle.
And so I was a little bit bugged by that. And so I did kind of find myself struggling a little bit because I wanted to be respectful, obviously, and like, yeah, like if you've met some connections, I'm not gonna, not let you have that opportunity,
That's
but
crazy.
also,
Uh-oh.
like, how do you
Lock
expect me to feel
in.
about that? So I think that kind of started us off,
It's some more to the story. You got to watch how his nose flares up right
how
now.
do you expect me to
Watch
feel
this.
about that? So I think that
Right there. You're going to have your chance
kind of started us
to talk
off
this
a little
out.
bit rocky. So I don't know, Uche, if you want to like add to that, but yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's where I think we have like differences of opinion because so I mean this was like right after I matched. So I
Okay.
wasn't if it would I feel like it would be different scenarios if it was like completely after filming.
Oh, okay. The show is still going on, and she wanted to dip off right then and there. I'm still getting up out of there. Hey, y'all boys, hit me up later on. Let me know what's going on. Hit me up. Go on my date, see how the food go. If it go good, we kicking it. If it don't go good, then you can reconnect. What y'all boys on? Do it like that. But he wanted to see the rest of the show and say give people proper goodbyes.
But you guys kind of know how the other perspective is where you're kind of walking out. You don't really see anything. You don't even see the set until you walk out. So I only spent about
Oh, so he said you got to sit out there on the lineup and see everything. I didn't get to see anything till I popped out in my 10 minutes. So he said I wanted to just vibe a little bit, like woosah. I don't know. How do y'all feel about it? Let me know in the comment section.
I mean, I don't really see anything, but you guys kind of know how the other perspective is where you're kind of walking out. You don't really see anything. You don't even see the set until you walk out. So I only spent about, I mean, however long my segment was, maybe 15 minutes out there. And that's what all, and then you know what I mean? And then it's like, I did connect with the guys in the back, you know what I mean? And we talked about, basically connecting afterwards, people that had mutual friends with Stefan. We were both kind of from the same area. He's from New York. I'm from Philly. So we had a couple mutual friends and, he's a lawyer. I'm an engineer. So in general too, just naturally, like, young professionals are always like, these in my mind is to network. So it wasn't that saying like, I was trying to hang out with them versus not, it's obviously going on a date with her, but it was more about, I feel like we had plenty of time to do that. I wanted to kind of watch a couple more people come out too as well. And then from there, when filming was done, basically head out. That was kind of where my head mindset was. But I guess
She ready to go right now.
I could see how she could take it that way. I don't know. For me, it was kind of like even I'm not gonna lie. Like the initial thing that popped into my head too was like the fact that like I know I didn't get any pops the first round. So when you like are like for us to match immediately for you to try to leave, I almost was thinking like okay, like she's kind of trying to get me out of here because
Oh, he trying to say maybe she connected with somebody else. She trying to get me up out of here.
you know
What? Okay,
possibly that's
Uche,
that. I'm just
hold
saying. I'm just
on.
being honest. That's kind of the first thing that came through my head. So
Uche,
I didn't really
what are
take
you
it as
talking about?
like I'm not being intentional. If
Hold on.
not,
So he's saying she trying to get me out of here before it's all over. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she had a little moment or something with the earlier guys or something.
So you're saying she was trying to rush you out of there so that you don't talk to any of the other girls?
Or vice versa. Oh man, that's true too.
not saying this is.
Cause when the show over, everybody go to chopping it up and go to let me get your Instagram. She said, let me get him up out of there for he don't even have the opportunity. Cause these women gonna see the rest of the men and realize, damn, this is the best man here, top two, top three guys here. Then they be trying to chop it up with you after the show and see what y'all doing later. She said, let me get him out of this. We're not even waiting around for the let out party. Let's go.
I'm not saying this is like, yeah, I'm not saying this is like what you actually was going through your head. I'm just saying that's the first thing that popped in, like, kind of went through my head where I was like, like, kind of, what's the rush? You know what I mean? What's causing us to be like, rushing out of here? Like, we did fly all the way in, like, we don't live here. Like, why not, why rush the experience? We have the rest of the time. Like, I don't have anything to do here. I don't know why anybody here. So that's like I said, I'm just being honest. That's like kind of the first thing that popped through my head. So I wasn't thinking it was like, it wasn't me being intentional or me kind of being here for the wrong reasons. Off my head, it was like, you know, where Lily, I think I came out third, so I think we had three more people after me. Like I didn't think it was a really big deal for us to finish filming and then go.
Well, Uche, I would not have matched with you publicly if I would have known that you were not serious about this.
See, so now it's going a little crazy. So you gotta. This is giving controlling a little bit too. I thought that the show was over, and he was like, "I want to chill with the homies over hanging out with you." He just wanted to let the remainder of the show ride out instead of hitting right out. A lot of times I watch these people get matches and I'm like, yo, leave the building now. Go have fun with her. Get out of there. I say that a lot. You know what I'm saying? But for her to say, well, if you weren't serious about this, I wouldn't have matched with you. That's a bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? She was out there the whole time, was on set, got to see people in the audience. You know, he's like, damn, this is me first seeing the first set. Can I get a picture with BM and Arlette before I leave? Shit, can I get a selfie? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I get it a little bit. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, though.
And you did, I would have known.
Then go.
Well, Uche, I would not have matched with you publicly if I would have known that you were not serious about this. And you did share with me a few things in regards to kind of maybe having some hesitations as to why we matched. So can you share that at least in regards to maybe what was having you be so kind of ambivalent with me?
What do you? I'm trying to think. Is it the alcohol? What do you mean?
Yeah, like, we kind of shared a little bit about like what, because there were certain conversations on the date and things like that where I did feel some of the anxiety, right? Like some of the anxiety that you're sharing now, I did feel that, and you did kind of express some of that. And I just kind of felt like you're pushing me away a lot, like throughout the date. Like it just was like you would say certain things where you're like, yeah, we match, but I don't really know if we, there's so many things to know if we're going to match. And I'm like, I know, that's why we're on a date, but it just kind of felt like you kept.
Well, you mentioned something about like alcohol, not really want your partner to drink alcohol. So, like, I think I was just being honest because, like, me, obviously, like, I'm not like a crazy drinker, but I definitely do socially drink. So, I mean,
That could be a problem. Maybe she dealt with something in the past. Somebody that was alcoholic, argued, was aggressive, put some hands on her, something, or her parents or somebody, or she had her own problem with alcohol, don't want to be around it. But that should have been something discussed. I don't want my partner to drink. Because even when you around people that don't drink, I've dated women who don't drink, and you don't drink, you don't drink. But it get awkward when you have a drink or you have a second drink and they be like, oh man, you got 2 drinks already? You're gonna be drunk. And I'm like, nah, it don't work like that over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just cooling it. Like, people get a little judgmental and you're almost afraid to have a damn drink because they be all in. Like, you know what I mean? That's just like, I've dated women that smoke before. I don't smoke. You know, you smoke, roll up, hit your vape or whatever you do. That's on you. I don't judge you. I don't be like, damn, how many times you gonna hit that vape? Unless when you get on that vape, you start to act out of character and you don't have control of yourself. But yeah, that's gonna be a clash. Can't even have a beer, watch the football game on Sunday, have a drink, hit a happy hour, hit a brunch. All that's cooked up.
Right.
I literally like the weekend before I was literally just like spent 4 or 5 days of just being drunk like in Nigeria, like doing that in December. So in my head, I'm like, this is like I'm far from somebody that's about to like stop drinking alcohol completely. So
Right. And that's
these are some of the things that I was kind of throwing out there, and if I don't know, that's just how I see it. So
yeah.
and then for me, that kind of like I don't want to say that makes me kind of like judge you, but that makes me kind of like makes me think like we're kind of like a whole different kind of wavelengths. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I mean, you and I did have, we did talk, and you had shared that you feel like you were feeling guilty because you should have popped because you knew that we were not aligned values wise. Because I expressed that in my deal breakers that I didn't want anybody who was, drank excessively or anything like that. And so you had shared with me
So
that
now she say he drinks excessively. So that now she's trying to call you a drunk. So I'm gonna see if he try to fix this up and kind of clear the air.
you wished you probably should have popped, but you didn't. And so I think that that's what was kind of causing you to not really be like super excited to be with me because you knew that you weren't being honest.
And after being on Pop the Balloon and being nervous and doing all that, and sometimes you deal with certain women, they kind of, you be like, I need a drink, bruh. You ever have a girl be like, can we talk? I just want to talk to you about some things. Yeah, give me a second. Let me go make a drink. God damn it. Like, jeez Louise. I had a long day. I had work today. You know what I mean? I'm out here fighting generational curses and racism outside. Motherfucker, road rage trying to run me out the road. They don't want people run your ass out the road in South Florida before they let you merge over. And here you come in here with this serious ass talk that you don't even, the talk gonna at least take 30, 45 minutes, fellas. This you ain't go pee. As soon as you get in the house, as soon as you sit down, as soon as y'all get around each other. The best place women like to talk is when y'all on a car ride. They know they got you trapped. You sitting in the car. You know what? If you feel trapped during our conversations, if it's just so hard for you to communicate, don't even worry about it. In my head, I want to be like, cool. Fucking great. Yes. Cause damn it. Can I get in the house? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Hey, so what you they get you on the phone. Hey, what you doing? Just got home. Hey, you got a second to talk? Can we FaceTime? I just want to see your face. God damn. Yeah, I'm just in the area. I was in the area and I just want to talk to you about something. God damn. What? Why you ain't never be just in the area? You want to bring me some food? I was just in the area. I was just wondering if you needed a full body rub down. I was just in the area. I bring you dinner. No, it ain't never that.
I feel like I missed that though. It wasn't about me not being honest. I feel like I
On it. We're excited to be with me because you
I
knew.
already know right here. Hillary Banks. I'm gonna need me a drink. I would be like, this girl. I'm gonna need me a drink. I'll be
That
back. Give me a
you
second.
weren't being honest. Um,
I feel like I missed that though. It wasn't about me not being honest. I feel like I definitely missed you mention that because I definitely asked about non-negotiables, but I feel like I definitely missed the alcohol part.
So this kind of brings up a question for me, and it's something that came up in the comments a bit. So Uche, it was down to, I believe, Gabrielle and Vanessa, but Vanessa ended up
Hmm.
popping because she said she felt more of a vibe between the two of you. But people in the comments were like, "Oh, I feel like Uche
Right.
was vibing more with Vanessa." Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking you, were you?
Damn, let me get a recap.
Yeah, I mean she was well spoken. She was cool. Like I definitely was like she definitely
She got a face of disgust like somebody farted.
took herself out of the running out. She
Okay.
definitely was not disqualified at all at that point. So
Okay. So now is Gabrielle someone you would typically go for?
not typically, I would say.
Okay.
It's definitely like a step out of my comfort zone. But like I said, like I didn't think that was anything wrong with it. I think it was like at least matching was at least worth like, going out on a
Going on
date and
a date.
exploring it. But I feel like I might have like I guess went too far out of my comfort
Look at her face. I went too far out my comfort zone with her.
zone.
That's a shot.
Um well not even too far out of my comfort zone, but I think when we just talked more, like you know what I mean? Like it's I didn't see myself kind of fitting into her the way when she talked more and more about her partner, I didn't see myself fitting into that mold. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Gabrielle. Do you have something to add on?
I would just say like most of the time that we were together, I just felt like he just didn't like want to be there. And we did have a conversation about that just because of just the things that he was like saying and like sharing. It was like a lot of this like kind of like I don't know, just saying a lot of stuff that just kind of made me go, okay, do you want to be here? Do you not want to be here?
I wonder what she do for fun. Like, what do you do for fun? Do you dance? What do you do for fun? Let me see.
To listen to the new Forrest Frank album, but it is 10 out of 10. Songs on there that remind me of Bruno Mars, a little bit of Usher vibes, and it won Christian Album of the Year.
Okay, you listening to Christian music? Like, what you do? Okay, you in the gym a little bit, but like, what's fun? Retail therapy. Okay, that's cool. Go out. What are you doing for fun, fam? You get Christian concerts? They got Christian clubs. How do you dance at the Christian clubs? You just got to jump around?
Go hard, that's why they keep talking.
I don't know, man. Like, what are y'all doing for fun? Is this you? Is this you? That's you. So you can shake some ass. You got some twerk in you. It's in you. Gotta drop them damn shoulders. Yeah, they got some fun. What song y'all listen to? Yeah, man. Where is this lady at? You go to see Beyonce? Beyonce. You go to see Beyonce? No boys allowed. All right, where's the fun at? You be having fun? You be trying to hide the fun. That's why I be like, man, I'm good. I'm good on that. When y'all stop having fun and all that, count me out. Hit me back when them fun years come back. You in them strict years right now. I mean business years. Nah, I'm good.
Here, you know. So one thing I did appreciate though is like we did have a conversation on the date where I was like, hey, like, can I tell you how I'm experiencing you right now? It feels like you don't want to be here, and if you don't want to be here, I'm not gonna hold you. You can go hang out with the boys, okay? Like, go ahead. Like, I'm not
A little bit of go ahead.
gonna hold you, you know.
But that's the thing, like they went out as couples. Like the matches went out. It's not even like all the single guys. Like at first,
So he ain't really want to be with her one-on-one. He said they went out as couples. Why didn't we do that? I didn't want to be with you one-on-one. She didn't want to hang with them. But he knew if he was with the other fellas and as couples, he could have got away with having a drink or something and just vibing out. He said you were not a vibe.
like there was like matches that were going out. So it wasn't even like a solo thing. Like we was gonna be connecting with the other matches. You know what I mean? It wasn't
He didn't want
like
to
I
chill
said,
with
it
her
wasn't
ass.
anything where I felt like, okay, this is like it's not me not being intentional. Like I still felt like you could
She
do
wanted
both.
undivided attention and nobody else.
You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But he's saying, you bore me and I need help. I need other friends. I need some guys. I need some music. I need some drinks. I need something. I need something. People are like, oh, you don't think it's a problem that you drink? Ma'am, when I'm around you, I need to have a drink. It's you. It's definitely not me. I'm not saying that about her. I'm just saying.
But that was just me.
Yeah,
So do
And
you
then I don't
feel
know.
like
There's also something too that happened earlier. I don't think I brought this up to you, but in the car, and I don't know if I took this the wrong way, but in the car, like I know I was on my phone. We were kind of looking for places to eat at first. You kind of mentioned something to me about me not looking for places to eat because I was like sending a text message, and
Very controlling. Look how she looking. Yep, I sure did. You should have left when she said she wanted to leave. Get off your phone unless you're looking for something and give me your undivided attention. Y'all just been taping for 2-3 hours with no phone. Yeah, she giving controlling and on you. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm getting from this. It just don't seem fun. It seems strict over there. And I know some people say, oh, it's real strict over here. That's probably why you're real lonely and real single over there. You know?
I was on my phone. We were kind of looking for places to eat at first.
Only time I don't want you on the phone if we out sitting eating. Hey, can you put your phone up? Oh, I don't want you going to the bathroom taking pictures for your Instagram instead of spending time with me. But if we in the car, we been vibing, some woman be like, oh, you don't mind me being on my phone? Can I check this? Hey, man, have at it. Do your thing. Do your thing. Because I work on my phone. I make the bucks off my phone. The money on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be cool. But look how she like, yep, I sure did. Ain't nobody trying to be with no chaperone parent type shit as no grown man. This man, the engineer, make good money for himself. I'm good. I'm good.
You kind of mentioned something to me about me not
Checking his ass.
looking for places to eat because I was like sending a text message. And I don't know, for me, that was just like a little bit forward too, as well, too.
Like we just met. Hey man, who you talking to? This is my Uber. I pay for this Uber. This is my car. I be on the phone. I cock my feet up in the hole. I do all kinds of stuff in here.
Didn't really know. I hadn't been on my phone most of the time we were filming. So in my head, I started to like, I don't like I said, I just started to kind of like, I don't want to say perceive you differently, but that was kind of, I think I never brought that up, but that was kind of the thing where that's where it kind of started for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He looked at her and said, oh, is you my daddy? Oh, you a chaperone? Oh, are you the principal? I'm confiscating that phone. Give it here. Put it in my drawer. You get it back on the last day of school.
I mean, here's the thing, like I said, it was literally from the moment that we matched, and I had already expressed, I'm like, hey, like, did you want to get out of here? Right?
She was
And he was like,
so she was already on edge.
yeah, we can, but I could tell that he wanted to watch filming a little while longer. So I'm like, okay, like, why don't we watch maybe one more segment of people matching, and then do you want to head out? And he's like, yeah, we can do that. After that happened, I could tell that he wasn't trying to leave. And I'm like, okay, like, you want to keep watching, that's fine. I'm not gonna like be controlling, but okay. And happened, I could tell that he wasn't trying to leave. And I'm like, okay, like, you want to keep watching, that's fine. I'm not gonna like be controlling, but okay. And there'd be times, where I would just kind of check in and things like that. And then that was when he was like, no offense, but like, I did like connect with the boys and I want to like connect with the boys. And I'm like, okay, hang out with the boys. And so I was a little bugged by that. And so my energy, I was bugged. I'm not gonna lie. And after that,
which she should have communicated, especially being a relationship specialist person. A lot of this stuff on this show be happening during the matching or after the match and after the show, just by poor communication by adults. You know what I'm saying? And this be that, and for this to be the profession that you chose, you got, hey man, look, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get over it. So let's just move past. But no communication on it.
I was like, okay, whatever. If he wants to like connect with everybody, that's fine. He can get their information, connect with the group, blah, 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 blah. And then he had said, but multiple times I had expressed like, I want to go out with him. And then it felt like he kept just being like kind of wishy-washy back and forth. Like, okay, did you want to get with the group? Did you want to get, out with me? And I was like, I expressed to you multiple times that I want to go out with just you. So when we finally got to the car, I'm already annoyed. I'm already annoyed. Like, I'm just like, I'm already annoyed. And so when we get into the car, he's literally on his phone, like looking down on his phone. And he had said, like, I don't know any places to eat around here. And I'm like, I don't know any places either. I don't live in Arizona either. So it just felt like there was no real, like, initiative.
Urgency.
Okay.
And then when he looks on, like, I look down, like, he's looking on his phone. And I look over and he's, like, on Instagram. And I'm like, are you on Instagram right now? So I was like, that's it. So realistically, the restaurant that I had him take me to was right next door to my best friend's house. Because I was like, if this doesn't not work out, I'm literally going to my best friend's house.
Your best friend.
So
okay.
it just constantly felt like I was like, if you don't want to do this, I'm not gonna like force you to do this type thing.
So when you guys were sitting down and like watching the filming, were you guys at least having small conversations there, or was just you guys were just watching?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to talk to him. Yes, I was trying to talk to him, and it kind of did feel like he, like just short answers and things like that, and so I'm kind of like, okay, well, maybe he's just really into the show, like, I'm just trying to, like not. But yeah, and the thing is like, I honestly feel like, because, he did tell me this, Uche, you did tell me this, that you feel like you should have popped and you were feeling guilty because you knew that my values didn't align with yours. Like you knew that and you were fearful.
When did he tell you that? On the date?
No, we had a conversation. We had a recent conversation.
Okay.
Just to clarify like what happened, and so that was that, like kind of just sharing that, like, I was fearful of bringing you into that part of my life. And I was like, well, thank you for telling me that. Cause I'm grateful for that. But so it felt like from the moment we left, it was like, that was the energy that I was getting. Like I should have popped. I shouldn't have like went out with her. And I'm like trying to give him grace. I'm like, maybe he is nervous or maybe this, maybe that. And I'm also trying to find the balance of like sharing what I want. Like, hey, I would like to go out with you. And also, like, I'm not his girlfriend, so yeah, you can make new friends. Like, whatever. Like, you can do whatever you want. But
yeah.
I'm not your girlfriend, but get off that Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your girlfriend, but I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go. You really want to do this? I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
If you don't want to.
I agree with her one time, but I know why he didn't one-on-one with her. He felt awkward. He wasn't getting that energy. He needed help. You know what I'm saying? When you want that group atmosphere, let's double date. Like I need a group, man. This girl's not about to be a vibe. But shit, just tell her that. He could have communicated that too. Okay, well, I want to go out with just you. Okay, well, I'm gonna go out with the other couples that match as a group. Is there some way we can compromise or meet in the middle? Can we go hang out with them for a little bit? Can we do our thing real quick and then catch up with them and see how you feel? It's just communication. That just didn't happen.
To hang out with me, you don't have to, but I can go hang out with my friends. So it was this constant, like, kind of back and forth.
Shit, sometimes I'd be like, hey, can you bring your friends? Can we go out? Can you bring your friends? Bring your friends. Because sometimes the friends loosen her up a little bit. And they be like, girl, loosen up. He's a catch. He's a nice guy. Sometimes the girlfriends that give you that, you know what I'm saying? And do it like that.
And yeah, I just really felt like he was more wanting to hang out with the group and things like that. Yeah. And I was
so Uche, for you, when did you kind of realize like, dang, I should have popped? Like, when did that click in your mind? Was it on set or later on?
It was like probably some point between leaving and like I mean, not shortly after, I guess I would say.
Okay, so it wasn't right away. Like it took time for you
Yeah,
to
it
get
wasn't.
there. Okay.
It wasn't right away. Yeah, but like I said, like I didn't consider the fact that like she could have matched with somebody else after.
Hmm.
So that's why I feel like I should have popped because more to give her the opportunity to match with somebody else that she could have probably, lined with more. So I was thinking more of the time, like I said, it's worth exploring. But
Hmm.
like I said, I should have probably considered the fact that she could match with somebody else and went ahead and popped. So that's kind of what I
Okay.
apologize to her for.
Yeah.
Okay. So now
Yeah, and like
after
it's. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
yeah, I was gonna ask. So after that date, I know you said you guys had a conversation. So after the date happened, you guys
Mhm.
went about your way.
Mhm.
What happened after that? Like, did you guys talk? Did you text, FaceTime, call? Nothing.
So
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Oh my
after the
God.
initial date, it felt like I don't know. I felt like I was really trying to understand where he was coming from. Like
Okay.
I really felt like he was expressing a lot of stuff on the date. Just a lot of, it's a tough thing. The show is tough. Like there's a lot of pressure, like, all of that. So I was really just trying to like hear him out. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's hard. I get it. Like, yeah, it was a lot of, whatever. And so I was really just trying to like, I felt like really just show up and support and give him a lot of space. At the end of the date, he did say, well, now I feel like we have a connection, but I feel like you don't feel that way anymore. And I was like, Uche, it's going to depend on what happens after this, to be honest with you. Like, if you
Mhm.
pursue, if you follow up, like, that's going to be on you.
So now it depends on you. Basically saying it depends on you afterwards how this goes. So you got to apply extreme pressure and you got to make up for how I'm feeling right now. That's basically what she said. You got to apply pressure and it depends on you and how you do. You're going to make up, make dates, make time, come see me, fly me out, take me to dinner, take me all this stuff one-on-one, show me you're not drinking, change yourself, do all this, even though we just met. So that's what it comes down to.
More.
Ain't no grown man gonna be excited about that. That don't even sound fun. That don't sound fun. I gotta win you over after matching with you. Ah, I'm good.
And I was like, Uche, it's going to depend on what happens after this, to be honest with you. Like, if you
Mhm.
pursue, if you follow up, like, that's going to be on you. So there's
If you pursue and follow up, so it got to be mutual interest. I'm not just gonna be following up, pursuing, applying pressure. I want to see you, and you want to see me. We're gonna do this together. Do that make me think am I sassy or zesty or think I'm the prize for thinking like that? Who cares? But I know it won't be one sided. I won't be trying to track your ass down like I got an APB out on you, just trying to do this and do that and do that, that.
that. But because when we were on the date, I did share that it feels like you don't want to be here with me. And then he had shared, like I said, is there anything that I'm doing that's making you feel like you don't want to be here? And he's like, well, I feel like you're a little strict. And I said, tell me.
I told you. And strict was polite. I told y'all, you strict, you do not seem fun, and a bit boring. I'm letting y'all know right now how he was feeling. And with the guys on the that was in the back, they seemed fun. And watching the show, people seem fun. I want to have fun. I don't want this feel like no interrogation and all strict. I can't have a drink. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. Damn. Even Jesus never drank some wine. Can I get a glass of wine? Shit.
I said, is there anything that I'm doing that's making you feel like you don't want to be here? And he's like, well, I feel like you're a little strict. And I said, tell me what I'm doing that makes you feel strict.
Arlette think it's funny.
And he said, well, you said you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't like drink excessively. And I'm like, I said that in my deal breakers. So like, I'm not doing anything right now. And I'm having a margarita with you right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. Having a margarita. Okay.
So what am I doing right now? So he did express that. So I said, why don't we literally start over? How about we cheers and we start over? That was really stressful. Let's just enjoy the date. Like, let's get that behind us and let's do that. And I really felt like on the date, he's
Yeah. Already, a sit down ain't even gonna do it for me. We need to go somewhere with some music where it's a little bit lively. It don't gotta be no headbanger music, so we gotta yell in each other's ear. But we need to be at like a little lounge or a vibe where we could I could, baby girl, I could spin you around. Let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. You know what I'm saying? I could do something. We got a vibe, get some chemistry, and see that energy there like that.
still couldn't like be with me or engage. It was still like ruminating on the stuff. And I just was like, oh my God, it was really tough. And so
Yeah, he clocked out.
I, after that, he did take me to my friend's house. And yeah, at the end, he did say, like, I think we can, maybe there is a connection, but I don't know if you feel the same way. And I was like, it's up to you, like, whatever you're gonna do.
There is a connection. I don't know if you feel the same way. It's up to you. I don't know what you're gonna do.
And then he ended up like going out with the group that night.
I knew it. My dog wanted to go link. I knew it. And what have made it better is if she'd have slid with him. Come hang out. But she just wanted to go to her friend's house. She picked that spot because it was close and it was safe. And if this go wrong, I could take my ass right up there with my friend. So she ended up doing what she wanted to do, and that's go hang out with her friends too.
I had shared that we could like try to, yeah, which is fine. He can do whatever he wants.
She just skipped to that part.
That was the part she had to throw in there, fam.
Throw that in,
I just said it's fine. You're allowed to do whatever.
It's fine. You're allowed to do whatever you want, but let me throw that shit in there to try to make you look bad.
Whatever you want to do. Like,
Yeah, but what was supposed to happen when I was leaving?
She wanted you to go home and lay down and be lonely. She wants you to go home and lay down and be lonely. That's what it is.
Nothing, but but I will say what happened.
Shit, you left me.
So where our conversation ended, right? And this is also something we had talked about. My friend in her apartment, she actually has like
Mother won't go out with you, won't hang out with you. We'll go home and then watch your story the whole night. Why you ain't just bring your ass?
Outside, like in her apartment courtyard, there's like a fireplace by the pool. And so I had said, hey, if you want to try to have a little more of a conversation, we totally can.
I don't want to sit around and talk with your ass, man. Hey, listen. That's boring. Let's go have some fun. We're in Arizona. I can sit by a fireplace anywhere.
Get some wine. We can hang out outside by the pool. There's a fire pit. If you want to come back, you're welcome to do that.
Is the pool and the fire pit? Are we gonna at least get in the pool? We put some bathing suits on.
If you want to go out, you can do that. But I know you said that you felt there's a connection. Here's here. I'm trying to give you another opportunity. Mm-hmm. So he said, okay, I'll do that. He was going to go get a hotel. And then I ended up feeling really, really sick. I actually went.
So he still was going to hang out with that fireplace. And then she just ended up feeling really, really sick. Might have been that one margarita. Because you know what they say, give me one margarita, I'm going to give you some.
I was sick even on the show. And like sometimes in certain clips, you could hear it in my voice. And so
Man, this girl dramatic, man.
About 30 minutes later, I texted him and I just said, hey, like I'm actually not feeling really well. So, don't worry about coming back. I'm gonna go to bed. And so he was sweet and was like, hey, like, hope you feel better, this, that, and the other. And I was like, yeah, you have a great night, whatever. And then never really heard from him after that. And so when we did recently connect, I was like, I never heard from you.
So how did she know he went out? Checking that phone, checking that story. How you know he went out?
After that. And he's like, well, I thought you were trying to let me down easy. I was like, what do you mean you thought I was trying to I was always honest. I've always been honest with you. Like, I was like, if I don't want to talk to you, like, I will tell you that, but he said that he thought that me saying I was sick and not, still get up with him that night. He thought that I was like blowing him off, but I was like, no, I was always open with you. So that, I guess, is why you never said anything else to me, Uche, but I don't know.
Okay, Uche.
Yeah, basically, because you got to add everything that like happened before that point. So I didn't get any signals or I didn't read any signs that she was sick. So when that kind of between me getting in the car and driving, 20, 30 minutes, and now she's texting me she's sick. I mean, for me, read between the lines was kind of like the whole thing. So that's where I'm kind of like felt like it was mutual. So. And then like the text I sent her, like she said, like, I hope you feel better and stuff like that. She just like hearted it, and she never even verbally.
Hey, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. She just put a heart on that shit.
She said thank you or anything like that. I hope so. And then like the text I sent her, like she said, like, I hope you feel better and stuff like that. She just like hearted it, and she never even verbally said thank you or anything like that too. So the heart too also for me was
that's a wrap.
Okay.
Like if she's done with it. That's what you were feeling.
Yeah, it's dry. It's dry. You see, she saw your ass went out that night. She peeped that story. She saw you went to hang out. She ain't that sick.
That was the end of the conversation.
That's how I would read it too. I'm not gonna lie.
Whoa, not Arlette. siding with the guys. Wow.
For me, it was just, okay.
Like if she's done with it. That's what you were feeling.
That was the last.
That's
That was the end of the conversation.
that's how I would read it too. I'm not gonna lie, Gabrielle. That's
Thanks. Like, I don't know. Like, but also here's what he said. The text was, hope you feel better soon. I would have hung out with you tonight.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do I have to say to that? Like, cool. Like, it wasn't like a.
The thing to say back to that is like it sucked. It sucks that I'm feeling like this. I hate that I feel like this. I would have really wanted to hang out with you or enjoyed hanging out with you also. Rain check. Schedule soon. Let's get it on a date. Let's do something. Hey, I hope you feel better. I definitely wanted to hang out with you tonight. Heart. What the fuck?
Let me, like, I'll check in with you.
You could have been like, okay, we can plan something, if you were really interested.
I feel like I did a lot of work. I don't know. I feel like
There it is. I feel like I did a lot of work. All right. There it is, guys. There it is. There it is.
But
and laughing it off. And this is a dating communication person too. Dating specialist, relationship specialist or something.
Like, okay, we can plan something, if you were really interested.
I feel like I did a lot of work. I don't know.
Can't make it up.
I feel like but
nobody laughing. Nothing funny about that. I feel like I did a lot of work.
But at the same time, I was feeling really sick.
Yeah, we already know that, but we're talking about the message he sent you after you were feeling sick. You see how it's going off task and it's rolling? And as a doctor and as somebody that has sat with a therapist a whole lot of times, yeah, okay, all that sounds good, T, but let's get back to the text message. Why didn't you reply, say what, just a heart? How would you have felt if it was done to you like that? When they take that and put your ass on the other side of stuff, and you really gotta. Let me look at this. Let me step back, take myself out of this. Oh yeah, that's true. It was a bit dry of me just to put a little heart reaction. It's just accountability.
I really was, and I was like sitting outside, like was not something that I needed to do after that. But yeah, I just kind of loved it and left it. Like I was like, okay, if he wants to pursue, he can pursue.
If he wants to, he texts you. You just put a heart on it. That was dry. That's me pursuing. I really wanted to see you though, heart.
If he wants to follow back up, like he can, and I just never.
She want to be chased down.
Him, so I was like, okay, like
chased down. You want to be chased down and shit. Like you ran a sweet route.
I don't know. I mean, like, and again, like with the messaging, like what I'm hearing from him, it's like, did you want to continue to see me? Did you not want to continue to see me? You wish you would have popped, but then you were like, well, she never said anything back to me. Like, it's this constant, like, back and forth. And so I feel like I was always pretty, like, sure that I wanted to try to get to know him. Like, and I felt like I kept trying to make these, like, openings and just, like, being very expressive of what I want. And I felt like it was just, like, he just said a lot of stuff that just threw me off. And I'm like, I don't know if you want to be here.
Well, ask him. Talk about it.
I don't know. It was tough.
That's the thing. That's the way I communicate. I'm kind of blunt. I'm kind of cut and dry. Sometimes I'm too kind of straightforward. But if you tell me something like a non-negotiable or something you don't want, I'm gonna be like, this is what I do. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
she took that as like me kind of just, I guess kind of like self-sabotaging. But for me, that's just like me being real. So this is where we're at.
Okay. And now, so you guys said you had a conversation recently. What was that for? Like, you guys just wanted to catch up, or what happened?
I personally wanted closure because I was like, hey, I literally never did hear from you again. So I want to know, like, was there any reason why, like, you didn't follow up? Like, what was that about type thing? And he was like, well, I thought you blew me off because.
Okay. So you reached out to him.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just to be like, what was the reason why, And so, yeah, it was more like, he's like, I thought you, like, blew me off. And I was like, I would have, if I didn't want to talk to you, I literally would have told you that. Like, I feel like I've been very clear about my values, what I'm looking for. And so I would have told you that, like, hey, this isn't working out,
And so were you shocked to hear from her when she reached out?
Not necessarily, because I mean, I feel like we probably were definitely due for a conversation. So So I feel like that did you probably came in more intentional and like where for me I was kind of just still taking everything in versus you being like, okay, this is already old to me. Let's get right to it. In terms of being intentional. So
Well, it's not that it was old to me. Again, like you have to think about it, Uche. Like I am not trying to match with someone publicly and have people in my dating life just to be like, oh well, like I'm trying to be intentional, and so like just to feel like you were really careless with it. That's kind of how I felt. Like I just didn't feel like you handled me with care. I felt like just from the comments and just like even some of the things that you said, you may be blunt, but it's also rude, like some of the things that you would just say, it just didn't make me feel like you were interested or like you wanted to be there. So I felt like I was just trying to give you space to express yourself, but it did feel like it was like pushing me away, or even comments like, yeah, we matched, but like, I don't know, there's so many things to make sure that we can match, or, you just had to make a decision. And then I'm like, so did you not want to match with me? Like, I don't know. How am I supposed to
I'm
take
saying
that?
that more in terms of like, yeah, we match, but like there's still a lot of things that still have to align. You know what I mean? I'm
And
just
and you
that's basically
never
what I was getting
ever
at.
really showed up on the date to allow any of that chemistry to even be, because you were so in your head. You were so consumed with the process. And so I think that that was what was really tough.
He knew he wasn't supposed to match with this girl. He should have popped his balloon. He knew. He knew.
I gave you a lot of
Well,
grace, and I did say that it is a lot. It is a lot of work, and it is tough, and there's it's a lot of pressure. I get it.
And dating relationships are tough. But you know what I mean? The dating part, like as far as like the first date and the second date and the third date, that's like the honeymoon stage, guys. That should be fun. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of times. That's why when that mama be around that certain age and I'm dating with a purpose, I'm dating with intention, I'm dating and this, and you got to line and check all these boxes. If not, you're out of there. Like, man, are you even having fun? You got so much stuff that boxes that need to be checked, and I feel like I'm being interrogated. Are you trying to have fun, or are you just trying to get me to hit your checklist? Like, is fun even on the menu for the night? Are we gonna smile and giggle and laugh? Or what do you do for a living? Where do you see yourself in 2 to 5 years? Are you marriage minded? Do you want kids? Do you have kids? Intimacy. When the last time? Do you drink a lot? Do you smoke a lot? Why do you dress like this? Or do you have two-parent household? Like, god damn! Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too old just to be out here having fun, wasting my dates and my nights and my years and my weekends. I need to know right now. Man, listen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Good luck out here, though.
But I didn't feel that you showed a
I'm
lot.
intentional. I need to know. If you know you really like me, it shouldn't take more than a year or two before you need to propose and we need to get married. But shit get real crazy when that clock start ticking. You like, damn, this shit get real expedited. Damn, you needed to have this energy at 26, 27. But most of these folks having the time of their life. And I hope you had the time of your... That's when you need to be all on that. Don't just because them years getting crunched up and that clocking, don't put this chokehold on me.
A lot of like care towards me personally.
He should have just told her. You should have said it, man. Y'all need to be trying to be too nice. Nah, this ain't gonna work. I'm good. You know what I mean? It's probably gonna be the last time you ever see me. All right, man, y'all too nice, man.
Do you have anything to add,
nah,
Uche?
I'm sorry you feel that way, but yeah. I mean, I'm sorry you feel that way, but like for me, it's just you have to just take into account everything. So I think like multiple things played a factor, and that's the whole thing with this whole experience. Like everybody's decision in that room affects the next thing that happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I hope it was like still a positive experience for you. I know I kind of got that same effect too. Obviously, we matched publicly, so I had family from Nigeria reaching out to me,
Not
telling me congrats.
Nigeria.
So literally, so
It's a big
so
deal. It's a big
Wow.
yeah,
deal.
and that's the thing. I kind of slept on some of that stuff too. I don't think I really was fully aware of like the
Mm-hmm.
magnitude of everything in the
Oh
show and
yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Look,
guys.
and people on Facebook, your high school classmates, college friends, everybody. Hey, how's you and your match doing? How you and your match? How's the match? Man, they be asking your ass that for 2 years.
Nice. Well,
Hey, you were on that show. You start meeting strangers. Hey, you were on that show. I was with one of the Pop the Balloon young ladies, and she was in Miami, and we linked up at a fitness event. Y'all saw that in the vlog. Everybody coming up to her. So how you in your match? How's you in your match? She just, nah, didn't work out. Nah, not at all. Don't ask about it. You know what I mean? But I'm like, damn. But that's what come with matching publicly. You know? It's almost like posting your man. It ain't even a soft launch. It's a hard launch. So now everybody in your business trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm really bummed it didn't work out because people were really rooting for y'all. They were like, I love that match, like, all that stuff. But unfortunately, we got to let the people down. But any projects
Catch
either one
me
of
in
you
your
are
fun
working
years,
on
man.
that, people could be on the lookout for, help you out by supporting you, anything? Let's start with you, Uche.
For me, so I got a couple events coming up in Dallas. So I guess if you are in the area and are into Afro beats, you definitely follow me on my Instagram and so yeah, look out for some events coming
I'm
out.
gonna check out, see what you got going on. Hopefully, I don't know. It all depends on when they uploaded this. You know what I'm saying? Is the yams out? Oh no, them just shorts. Where the fun at, man? Shit. Not everybody's fun is your fun. Sound like a personal problem. Let me see what you got going on with these events. I might slide to Dallas, slide to an event. DJ E, boo 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 boo. Balance fee. This is your music. But you got some flies up here. Is this one of the Houston events? Hosted by, music by, Come Ready, The Vibe and Dance. Damn, this just at Rhode Island. Damn. I'm definitely going to Rhode Island.
Okay. All right. Cool. And now, Gabrielle, what about for you?
Yeah, I recently wrote a book. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Becoming a Gold Digger, Discovering the Hidden Treasures Within. It combines biblical and mental health principles to help you become mentally and emotionally healthy. And so, yeah, you can get that on my Instagram.
All right. Well,
That title is like clickbait, right? I haven't.
yes,
All
it
right.
is. It is.
Uche, you the least you could do, Uche, is buy my book, okay?
Yo, I almost bought it before this.
Okay, all
Because I'm not gonna lie, my initial reaction when I went on your Instagram and saw that, I just remembered like the black cover, gold writing. All I remember was gold. All I
Yes.
really like took it was Gold Digger. So
Yeah.
I was like shocked at first. Then I kind of looked more into it. I'm like, okay, it's like some kind of like
Yeah,
satire.
the title was there to grab your attention and be like,
Ow.
what?
That's right.
Got to be careful with that though.
That's right. That bait and switch. So yeah, thanks, Uche. I would appreciate the support. I do want to say though that one thing I will say is I do appreciate.
Now this is a recap, read off of something. Let me itch my hair and look down at my notes. I'm supposed to say
Appreciate
this
the support. I
right there. See that glance?
do want to say though that
Second glance coming in hot right here. Wrote this down so I didn't forget it.
One thing I will say is I do appreciate that Uche and I were able to have some conversations,
Yeah,
and I do appreciate that he
Read it off again.
was able to own his stuff.
So we wrote this down. I appreciate me and Uche was able to have a conversation, and I appreciate he was able to own his stuff, own his shit. So basically, most of this mishap was your fault, and I'm glad you owned it. Even if you ain't owned it the way I said you wanted to own it, I'm a compliment you on owning it the way I wanted you to own it. Y'all gotta see how stuff gets flipped like that. And she had that part written down so she could say it out loud. So let me leave this and wrap this up in closing that we didn't work out really because of Uche. But I feel like I appreciate him for owning it. You gotta open your ears up.
No, one thing I will say is I do appreciate that Uche and I were able to have some conversations.
Yeah,
and I do appreciate that he was able to own his stuff. There were moments where I really do feel like he was able to own it. And I do accept your apology, Uche.
God damn. Did you own anything? Did you have to apologize for anything? For telling a grown ass man, get your ass off your phone, even though we just matched. We just met. Get your ass off your phone. Oh my gosh, this girl she's a little finessey wessy with the lines.
And I do appreciate that he was able to own his stuff. There were moments where I really
just go ahead and be quiet and get out of here, man. Don't worry about it.
And I do accept your apology, Uche. And I apologize if you felt that I was being really strict on you.
So there it is. I do accept your apology, and I do apologize if you felt. So that's not even a clean apology. That's when somebody say, "I'm sorry you felt that way. I'm sorry you saw it like that." That's not them genuinely apologizing. You see these wordings? This little last 30 seconds lets you know a lot.
Do you accept your apology, Uche?
A little bit of a gaslight. You feel me?
And I apologize if you felt
Look at
that I was
Arlette.
being really strict on you. Or that my values are too high, whatever.
And that my values are too high. She's still reading off. "I'm sorry that you feel my values are too high." That basically means your values are too low. You have low vibrational values. Hey, yo, this is crazy right now, guys. And she's doing it with a smile and giggling.
On you. Or that my values are too high, whatever. But yeah.
It's okay to be strict. I'm sure there's a guy that, you know what I'm saying, that's already living his life like that. That's how I kind of look at it. So
Yeah. So that's
All right, guys.
She made sure she read that off. That's diabolical.
Well, thank you both for coming on today. It was definitely a pleasure having you on and speaking.
And that was nice by him. He could have said, "It's all right with being strict. I know you'll find some. Good luck finding somebody who like it." He could have said that, but what he said is, it's already a guy out there living his life like that, and that is not going to find it strict. That was big.
With you both. And everyone at home, thank you for tuning in. We'll catch y'all next time.
Cooked. I'm out of here, man. I love y'all, man. I can't wait to see y'all in the comment section. Shit is cooked. Everybody giggling and laughing the whole damn thing. Wait. Comic View, Def Comedy Jam hit that. Follow up, re-up.